What does the next 6 months look like for you? And how can you navigate the energy of the next 6 months, as well as the energy of this month? Hey guys, it's Francisca. Welcome to your June tarot reading. So we're pulling 5 cards this month. So we're going to pull the current energy. We're going to pull a focus card for you. We're going to pull a card and ask what's heating up for you over the next 6 months. How can you navigate through that fire? And asking for guidance from spirit. Always asking for guidance from the universe. This month I do have 3 different piles for you to choose from, each with a crystal. So first crystal we're using is Amazonite. One of, they're all my favorites, right? But one of the favorites for the heart chakra and the throat chakra, really great for soothing, healing the heart, healing the communication area, healing that space. Because if you can have really good foundation for your heart, a really good foundation for how you feel and how you feel you receive love, but also how you give love, then you're able to express yourself a little bit more freely. So I think that that's a beautiful combination for the heart and the throat chakra, but mostly for the heart, especially healing old traumatic wounds or new traumatic wounds or new wounds so that they don't become traumatic. So then our second reading we have is Sodalite. So Sodalite is a really great stone for third eye. Really great to help with this perception. Really great to help with how you see things, how you see the world, how you view the world, how you take in information and how you process that information and how you're able to connect to your intuition as well. And then for our third reading, we have Yellow Aventurine, really beautiful stone. It looks a little orange here, but it's actually Yellow Aventurine. This is a really great stone for the solar plexus, that place in our belly, that fiery energy, the action-oriented part of us, the part of us that knows how to place boundaries on certain things, place boundaries around our time, place boundaries around what our values are, and place boundaries in the things that we want to do and accomplish, that action-oriented part of us. So without further ado, let's get into the readings. As always, I'm leaving a timestamp in the description box below so that you can either skip to your reading, or if you want to sit through and watch all of the readings to see which one resonates for you the most, then that is perfectly fine. As we move into our first reading with the Amazonite, again, really beautiful stone for heart chakra activation, throat chakra activation, really helping to soothe and calm the harmony of the heart. So we're pulling a card for current energy, a card for focus, a card to ask what is heating up in your life over the next 6 months, how to navigate. Alrighty, they're jumping out. Ooh, I got a peek at that card, but I'm gonna shuffle it back in because I want to see if it comes back out. Lately I've been doing that, just shuffling them back in. I just want to see if that card was really meant to come out. So we are doing our current energy, our focus. What is heating up for you over the next 6 months? How can you navigate through that fiery energy? And guidance from spirit. So first I want to start off with the guidance from spirit, because sometimes when we see things that can look a little disheartening, we might feel a little taken aback or whatever. But I think that this is a really great indicator of how to navigate through, because this may be also how you're feeling. Even though your current energy may be this strong, fiery person, maybe your creative cylinders are firing off. Source is really asking you to remember that you are not alone. Remember that you, even though you might feel left out in the cold, you are not alone. Like, you have the key available to you to be able to open and unlock that door. You have the key to be able to do that. And you may be feeling a little unstable, but you have stability. You may be feeling a little bit ungrounded, but you are grounded. You may be feeling all of these things that you're not used to feeling, and you may not be used to feeling them because what is heating up for you this month is a lot more balance. There's a lot more righting the wrongs. There's a lot more tipping of the scales into this more focused and balanced place, into this place of things, again, righting the wrongs, like maybe you were off kilter for the first 6 months. Maybe things didn't go as planned for the first 6 months. Maybe you started off the year with a lot of like legal stuff hanging in the balance. But the next 6 months is more about recovering and recouping that energy, giving yourself, and like I'm almost imagining you having space to process all the things that have happened over the last 6 months. How are you going to navigate through that fiery energy? Whatever's heating up for you this month is the end of one cycle, the beginning of a new cycle, really having gone through all of the steps. Again, there's this feeling of completing a cycle. And you may feel really tired. You may feel like, yeah, but what's the lesson like there? Why do I have to learn this lesson? But that's the thing, is Spirit is telling you that there isn't a lesson to learn. You've learned all the lessons. The only thing that there is left for you to do is to get up and open that door again. Open that door again, because there's light inside of that door. Your current energy, I haven't talked about just yet, but it makes sense with all of these things that are going on. You may feel like there is a lot of different ways that you could go, a little bit of a different direction. And so you might be feeling a little bit, especially emotionally, like you might be feeling like emotionally drained and emotionally feeling like, maybe I'm even sensing some sort of boredom or lack of excitement, and you want to, like, that there's more available to you. You really know that there's more available to you. You know that you can get the things that you want because you've seen examples of that happening for you. So you're not as disheartened as you may have been at the beginning of the year, because things are really settling, things are really balancing out. And again, the wrongs are being righted. The wrongs have been righted, or the things have been signed, or the things are going to be signed. I feel like there's some paperwork that maybe got lost in the shuffle at the beginning of the year that really feel like it's on its way to being completed. There's a completion, a cycle of completion on its way. Remember that you can't make the choice that is wrong for you if you're choosing with your heart. Let your heart lead the way. You're a very fucking strong person. So you're fucking strong person, like you seriously are. Like, let your heart lead the way. Remember to lead with your heart. Remember to lead with your soul. Remember that it is not your job to fix the things that are beyond your control. The universe is taking care of that. The universe has ended that cycle for you of unbalance, and now you're on your way to more balance. So that's your reading for the Amazonite reading. And for the next reading, we're using Sodalite, really beautiful blue and gray, and like it's got like these little flecks in it of like gold too, for the third eye chakra, for balancing the perception, balancing what we take in, the information that we take in, and our insight, our abilities, our psychic abilities, our abilities to trust our intuition, to trust the things that we can't really see. I feel like that's important for today's reading too. So we have our current energy, the focus. What is firing up for you these next 6 months? How can you navigate that fire? And what is the guidance from Source? again, I'm going to start with the guidance from Source. There's some similar energy here from the first reading. So if you happen to see the first reading and you're watching this second reading, you may hear some of the same themes in this reading, but it's similar energy, but it's different. In the sense of there may be some boredom. And so navigating through the energy of the next 6 months is going to take some patience on your end. It's really going to take some patience, and it's really going to take you paying attention to the things that you have. And not because of gaslighting, not like that you're an ungrateful person or that, you know, like you're bored with what you have and you want more. Because it's perfectly fine and okay to be bored with what you have and want more. I mean, part of human expansion is wanting more, is knowing that there's more to life. That's what drives us to get the more. That's what drives us to get the other thing. You know, when we are in the process of moving forward, it isn't something that, you know, calmness doesn't drive us to move forward. It just really doesn't. Fear and boredom is what drives us to move forward. It really does. And so don't feel disheartened because you might be feeling bored about some things and you might be feeling like, you know, you want more, because it's perfectly natural and normal, because your focus is on the things that have already expanded. Like have already expanded. You are on your way to getting those things. What is heating up for you over the next 6 months? My goodness, talk about stuff heating up for you the next 6 months. The Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, like right there, drumming that fire and just beating her drum and not caring. Like she is just like, this feels good to me and I'm gonna share my talents with the world. I'm going to share who I am. Maybe not your talents, but maybe who you are. Maybe standing firm in who you are and just being extroverted when it feels right. Expressing yourself when it feels right. Your current energy is planting the seeds and allowing those seeds to grow and not needing to kind of go back and look and see. Not looking at what you don't have. Again, there's so much that you do have. There's so many things, and it can sometimes feel frustrating when other people like put their little their own ideas, their own goals in the mix of what you want, what you know that you've planted. Like you've planted the fucking seeds. Like I feel like this card keeps coming up because I feel like this is something that you're waiting to see the fruits of your effort. But step by step, steadily, you will see, and I feel like you have seen the fruits of your efforts. I feel like you have made efforts in your life recently, especially over the last year, not just the last 6 months. The last 6 months, it's been a lot more of effort of working on yourself, of working towards your goal, working on yourself, because I feel like this is something to do with your stability, your home life, your family life. It feels like there's something like it's the material, tangible things that you've been working towards, you know, whether it's a relationship, even though this is not cups, it's pentacles, but pentacles, sometimes relationships make some of us feel secure and grounded. Maybe you've been working on different things and different aspects of your relationships with either your family or your significant other, or working towards a relationship with a significant other. It feels like there is this real effort that you've been putting in, especially over the last 6 months. You've opened your heart, you've let it shine, you've allowed yourself to be somebody who can take chances, who can show up as themselves, like you really have. But there is this little bit of back and forth that you have with your emotions, and then with also getting in the middle of things that that aren't really necessarily big things. They're little frustrations, they're little minor things, but the universe is telling you that the things are set in motion and they're ready and waiting for you. You just need to keep taking those small steps towards your goal. Just really keep your focus on those small steps, because those things are ready for you. Just keep being who you are. Keep letting your heart shine and your light shine in that fiery element of yourself. Like, dig yourself into the creativity, especially when you're feeling a little bit of boredom, a little bit of frustration. Let yourself go there, because the fighting and clamoring to get to the top, what the other people are doing really isn't part of you. Like, there may be somebody that might be showboating too. Like, I feel like that might be a thing that comes up over the next 6 months, but just remember that you have your resolve. Just remember who you are, and just remember to keep shining your light as bright as fucking possible, because you are amazing and you're strong and you're brave and you can do this and you can get through the next 6 months. But there is going to be a little bit of frustration that you might feel going forward. So that's the reading for the Sodalite. All right, so our final reading, we have the yellow Aventurine. This is, again, a beautiful stone for the solar plexus. Really great for solar plexus activation. Really great if you need to take action on something. Also, if you're feeling like a little bit like your boundaries have been stepped over on, that is a really great stone and a really great meditation stone to use to place on your solar plexus chakra if you're feeling some issues with boundaries or issues with taking action on things, and issues with the core of who you are. And so we're going to do current energy. What is the focus? What's heating up for you over the next 6 months? What is going to help you navigate through that fiery energy? And what is the guidance from source? Yeah. So I love the guidance from source in this reading. The guidance from source is you are your own guru. You are the only one who can tell yourself how to get back into this space of connection with your higher self, with God, spirit, source, the universe, whatever it is that you call it. You are the only one. There may be people with other ideas. There may be people that have a set way to do it. There may be a structure that others want you to follow, but man, you are the one in charge of how to get there. There's so much energy in this reading, because sometimes things have to fall away. Things that are no good for us have to fall away in order for us to remember that we are the source of that which we want. How are you going to navigate through it? Let go of the shit that doesn't serve you anymore. Just plain and simple. Let the shit die away that isn't serving you. All the stuff that's draining you, all the stuff that's keeping you tied and keeping you tied to this illusion of what is going to be good for you. This illusion of, oh, this is really good for you, when you know it's not. It's those addictions to the things, the addictions to the things. It could be overworking, it could be overeating, it could be oversleeping, it could be over anything, like the excess. That is what's going to heat up for you over the next 6 months, and that is what you need to watch out for. And the way to watch out for that is to let that shit go. Let the stuff go that doesn't serve you anymore. Because if you don't, guess what's going to happen? It's going to go away for you. The tower is an outside source. The tower isn't the outside source. It's a lightning that's the outside source. The things that strike us, the things that are beyond our control, the things that are built on shaky foundation are going to come crumbling down. But it's okay, because the guidance from source is that you can find your way back and you can build back even better. You can build yourself into a position that feels right, because your focus is on this happy place, this happy, grounded place. Keep your focus there. Keep your focus there, because what's heating up for you is a lot of temptation. A lot of, you know, like, I'm even feeling like victimhoodness. I'm also feeling like there may be somebody who might be playing the victim in your life, that may be wanting to drag you into their sorrow, drag you into their world of despair, drag you into their poor meanness. But yeah, because the guidance from source is, again, you are the person that you need to help you get out of the situation that you're in. Your current energy, oh my gosh, is on this beautiful, fiery woman. This woman who is just all kinds of warm and nurturing, all kinds of creative, all kinds of communication oriented, networking, like getting people together, like, and helping them find their way. You light the fire to help other people find their way. And it's not because you're telling people what to do, it's because you're showing them by example. And showing them by example also means staying away from the things that make you feel like shit. Staying away from the things that you know that maybe may feel good for a small time, but then in the long run really don't benefit you. In the long run really take you and drag you down, really drain your energy. And so yeah, just watch out for that over the next 6 months. Watch out for those things that really aren't stable and steady anyways. How are you going to do that? Because you're going to know, like, use your intuition, use your gut feeling, use that inner gut feeling. Like, I'm really feeling like this is also something to do with your body. Like, your body knows how to navigate through certain things. Really listen to your body. Really listen to your body and pay attention to what is good for you in the long run versus what's good for you in the long run. What's really stable and secure. Really pay attention to that. And yeah, really pay attention to the things that are stable in your life. Really pay attention to the people and the networks that can bring you that stability. Because again, you're the one that can do that for yourself, but sometimes we need support from others. So don't be afraid to lean into that support from the people who love you, because that is the only way that you're going to get more people that love you around you. So those are your June readings. I hope that they resonated. And if they did, be sure to leave me a comment and let me know. And if you want to keep track of your tarot readings, be sure to get the Tarot Spread Journal. That's it for this time. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.